and lemons.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Susie.
Today is episode 6. We're halfway through season 1 of Lettuce and Lemons. And today is the one about Father's Day. And we're going to be talking about how we're celebrating.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I love my dad. I miss him.
I love my dad too. And I miss him too.
My dad's alive. I just want to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I miss
My dad
him.
is also alive. Hi, Dad. Subscribe.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi. We're going to talk a little bit about Father's Day traditions, and then from our friends at Charlton Hobbs and Earls, we're going to be making cocktails. And I have a special guest star joining me today. Nice, Kelly. Now, one of the things that keeps me up at night, besides looking for work,
HireSusie.com.
that's the one, is where did Father's Day come from? What's the origin?
Okay, honestly, I know I was tasked with looking into this and my head exploded. There are so many different theories on Father's Day. First of all, Mother's Day came first. Woo! Of course, right? Anyway, back to dads. This is all about dads. There's like many different, remember when we first started talking about this and I was like, it's religious.
Yeah.
There's so many things, but 2 women in the States are sort of credited with starting Father's Day.
I love that women
Sarah
are responsible for starting Father's Day.
Right?
Woo!
You're welcome. But it's like from the early 1900s. One was in 1908 and her name was Grace Golden. How great is that?
Is the other one's middle name Downtown Toronto?
No, but her name is Smart.
That's basically the same thing.
Right? Smart and Golden. Here we are.
There you go. Lettuce and lemon.
So early 1900s, one was raised by, so Sarah Smart Dodd is the original credited with founding Father's Day. Her mother died, so he raised 6 kids as a single dad.
Oh.
And they would go to church and they would have Mother's Day services, but they didn't have a mother. So that's where she sort of got the idea, well, why isn't there a Father's Day?
I am going to see my father on Father's Day.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
We talked about how we weren't going to see our father. So I almost didn't want to see my father to stick with the original pre-production meeting schedule.
No.
But I feel like this year more than ever, just going to drive up there, see him, do our thing in the backyard, not go inside and celebrate Father's Day with him. He's making dinner, so.
You got to take those opportunities when they arrive. I happened to fly home to PEI right before the shutdown, and thank God, like it was a last minute decision.
Yeah.
And if I didn't do that, like it would have been a whole year, maybe more, before I saw my dad.
In terms of Father's Day traditions in our house with Nathan hates attention, which I can't even believe that he and I are like, we are more lettuce and lemons than you and I are lettuce and lemons. He hates attention. So for Father's Day, he makes dinner. He does make dinner most nights, but I'm happy to cook. Nathan likes things done a certain way, and you'll see that because he's laid out like a number of specific tools to make this cocktail. And that's what he wants to do. Okay, so first we are going to do our top 10 celebrity dads. But before we do that, we're going to talk about actual dads in our lives that are important to us. So, Do you want to go first?
The only dad in my life that's really important to me is my dad. And I mean, yes, Stephen, my husband now, great father, great stepfather. I love him. Shout out. My ex-husband, father to my child. Like, thank you for giving me my child. Also a great dad. But, and I'm going to get emotional. My father is, he's the best human in the world to me. Like, growing up, like magic shows. My dad traveled a lot. He is a workaholic. He taught me how to work and a great work ethic. Like my dad's involved in hockey and he volunteers his time here and there and is with the church and accountant. And he just, to me, is my hero. Like I look up to him. I know, and when we were kids, like he would come in, back in the day, they used to wear wigs, right? Like my mom would wear a wig. I don't know why. She has beautiful hair.
Pause. What are you talking about? You're acting like that's something that everybody knows. Back in the day, they didn't wear wigs.
Okay, in the 60s, yes, a lot of women wore wigs. And I don't know why. It was like a phase. Maybe we'll look into that in a future episode.
Absolutely going to look into that because I've never heard this theory before.
Well, my mom had 2 wigs that she wore, even though she had a full head of beautiful hair. And my dad would put them on and put on an apron and a cape and come into our room and do these like cheesy magic tricks. And it was like the best thing ever.
Sorry, I got distracted. You got your hair did.
I did. Oh, yes. Woo!
Woo, who dis?
Speaking of wigs.
Now, we are going to play a clip because you said maybe 3 episodes ago,
I say it all the
get my
time.
hair done, but I don't care. New Kelly, who dis?
I'm gonna get my color done. Although that really, I'm not like, I don't give a shit about that anymore. Like,
Yeah, new year, new Kelly, who dis?
yeah, who dis?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
but that said, it does feel pretty good, right?
One of also like my most fondest memories is for a Father's Day, like we would do a picnic. So we took the pickup truck into the woods. We'd picked up my grandfather, my dad's dad. And we went on this hike, and hanging in all these trees were bananas because my dad had gone out there before we got there and hid all these bananas. And it was like, oh, a banana tree. And I was probably only like,
Oh my God, I
5 or
totally would have
6.
fallen for that.
I did. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know bananas grew here. And
Oh my God, I would have for sure told. The problem is I would have gone to school. Like, you know, they say, what do you do this weekend? Like, I told my brownie troop that my parents lived in a halfway house. They were really concerned because my parents lived in Halfway House, which is a town halfway between 2 places in South Africa. My dad, I love my dad. Like, we have a very funny relationship. He's, you know, he and I have similar humor. And I was always close with my dad. I was close with him, you know, like definitely he was involved in Hudson's life. But I have to say, and I don't know why this is, but when my mom got sick, my dad came to the hospital and they had a conversation. My mom said to my dad in the hospital, could you please take Hudson on Fridays? But as soon as I'm better, I want to have those Fridays back. And that was the first time my dad started being super duper involved in Hudson's life. Not saying he didn't want to be, but I don't think he had the permission or felt the permission to do it sooner. Those trips have stayed. We're heading to Niagara-on-the-Lake on Sunday. The way he is with Hudson, Dylan, and Lucy, it's incredible. And I know it's grandparents, you get to give them back at the end, and I get that. But his level of, like the way his face lights up with Hudson, it's amazing. So love you, Dad. You're probably not watching this. I told you I launched a YouTube channel, Dad.
yeah, I love seeing my dad as a grandfather. Like my daughter obviously being 20, but my brothers have younger kids, and it's the best. I love watching them interact.
That is the best. And then Nathan, I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail because you didn't.
Dad of the year.
But Nathan,
Let's do it.
again, took paternity leave. Nathan attended a breastfeeding clinic. Can we just pause for a second? Like he got out of the elevator, took his shirt off, and they're like, sir, the clinic is not starting for 20 minutes. He's like, I'm ready. And he did that so that Hudson would get that skin to skin time because he was very premature. Nathan is an incredible dad. He's a strict dad, and there are times that we kind of butt heads. And Nathan and Hudson are best friends. It's very often I'm the third wheel, and that's fine. I'm cool with it. Lily and I are like, you know, besties. But happy Father's Day, Nathan. We love you. And I'm going to do as you want me to do on Father's Day. Do nothing for you. So there you go.
Stay out of his way.
Most important days, dads, to us. But we do have some celebrity dad crushes. 10 in total. We'd love to know your dad picks. Was that the right word?
Dad picks? Oh, dad picks. Dilfs?
Dilfs. Okay, we're going to go back and forth rapid fire.
Dak Shepard. Love him. Honestly, just on his podcast, because we're tight, you know, like I know everything about him, but just the way he talks about, like he's very conscious that he doesn't want to fuck his kids up. And him and Kristen both lobbied the government for that no celebrity kid photos. Yeah, which I thought was amazing. And whenever he posts her picture, he puts like the big emoji, and I don't know, he just seems really invested, and I like that.
I love Dak Shepard. My number one, or not in any order, but my top choice, or the first one I'm going to say, should come as absolutely no surprise to anybody. It's Anderson Cooper. Again, I talk about him a lot.
Andy
He is my ultimate celebrity crush, and I realize how misguided that crush is. He's a new dad, and his son's name is Wyatt. What I love about him as a dad, he split up with his ex while the surrogacy was happening. They're still co-parenting. I'm not saying that because it's surrogacy or because they split up, nothing to do with that, but he is approaching it with maturity that many married couples don't do. So like, I don't know the legal ramifications of surrogacy, but the way he's gone about it is pure class.
Will Smith is my next one. And I'm just going to say he allows his kids to be individuals and he thrives on that, their individuality.
Boy, does he. Neil Patrick Harris.
I knew you were going to say him.
I love him. I can't get enough of him as a dad. I absolutely love his husband, who also did cameos, or is that what it's called? Did guest appearances on How I Met Your Mother. He is legend. Wait for it. Daring. I love him. I love his husband. I love that they are so invested in Halloween. His kids are Harper and Gideon. And I love Neil Patrick Harris. Back to you. Rapid fire.
Okay, I'll see your Neil Patrick Harris and raise you an Elton John. I mean, I didn't really know much about Elton John. Like, I loved his music, but then I watched Rocket Man. Seen Rocket Man and how shitty of a relationship he had with his dad. Like, I don't know his dad. I'm not going to judge him. I think maybe he just had trouble expressing himself. But to see Elton look at his kids and that smile, and it's not just a smile. It's like his eyes, his whole face, his persona. It just melts my heart.
This is for all the ladies out there. Chris Hemsworth. Yes, number one, look at him. Number two, yes, he's gorgeous. Yes, he's athletic. Yes, he has an accent, but he's homeschooling the kids. He has a dog. He surfs. I love him. Back to you.
Max Greenfield, who is Schmidt from New Girl. And I never really thought of him as a celebrity dad. I've never really seen any pictures of him and his kid, but I started following him on Instagram. And him homeschooling his daughter Lily has literally made my life. Like, it's hysterical. I love their bond. Go.
Okay. Hugh Jackman. This man has it all. Triple threat. A guy that can play Wolverine and also play
P.T. Barnum.
Yeah.
But then he's funny. He does the battles with Ryan Reynolds. He's got 2 kids. And what I love about him is he has unwavering support for his wife, who is, for whatever reason, cruelly judged by the media. He is her ride or die. So Hugh Jackman.
John Legend. He has dance parties with his kids. I mean, maybe it's because I have a girl crush on Chrissy, but I don't know. He just seems super solid. He's always there. His pics and posts with the kids.
Yep. Last but not least on mine is Dwayne Wade. Great husband. Was super supportive of Gabrielle Union during the America's Got Talent drama. You know, it shouldn't be that this should be commemorated. It should be that this is always the way. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. The way that he's become an advocate for the LGBTQ plus community with his daughter, who is named Zaya, I believe. When asked, he said, as a parent, my only goal is to make my kids feel that I see them, love them, and respect them. And within that professional sports environment, there's a lot of pressure and a lot of, bullying and all this stuff. He's like, screw that. This is my kid. This is my daughter. And he supported her. He's got 4 kids and I love him.
I love him too.
Those are our picks.
Good job.
All right. Now we're going to make a cocktail. I have a special guest star. This
is my guest star.
Hello. I told you to dress up.
Hi, Nathan.
Hello.
He's just getting dressed. Give him a couple of minutes. Here he is.
Oh,
that is the Father's Day tradition. That is the tie he wears every year from Hudson.
Hudson made this for me in grade 3.
I should hope it was earlier than that. Let's see.
No, kindergarten? What?
Either way, you're wearing it.
Dad of the year right there.
Yeah, okay. We are going to just do a quick shout out to our friends at Chart & Hobbs for supplying us with the booze for today. On our end, we've partnered with Earls to do a old-fashioned kit, which we're going to show you. In true lettuce lemons fashions, I ordered a kit that was delivered to my house, and you?
I'm just going to make mine. I wanted to make it a bit more, but some stuff is definitely store-bought. I'm going to make an Earls Caesar because if you ever go to Whistler and you go to Earls, you have to have a Caesar. It is like the best après-ski beverage you can have. So, and that's one thing I miss about Toronto too is Thursday night at Earls. Woo.
The one thing you miss about Toronto.
No, I said one of the things.
Why is this Caesar different than any other Caesar?
Oh, because I'm going to use this Seagram's VO. Do you know what VO stands for?
Very old?
Very own. Very good, though. I didn't know that. So I'm going to use this whiskey. I love experimenting. Usually we use tequila, like the standard vodka, passe. You got to spice it up these days.
I love that you're wearing this tie.
I already rimmed it. I'm not going to say it. It's family show. So I made my own Caesar rim.
So what is in it for those?
Montreal steak spice and celery salt, a little bit of chili powder, and a little bit of like onion powder. It's delicious. It smells delicious. Okay, so in the glass, and now the whiskey, which I have to tell you, I've been just drinking this while we were chatting. It smells like hazelnuts. Like, it's so delicious. I can't even tell you.
It seems like you are telling.
Okay.
So here, what should I put in? I usually put my garnish in next. So pickled beans. And then I also take a little bit of the brine from the pickled beans and pour that in just to spice it up. Now, something else that in Toronto, besides Earls, the Rebel House has an amazing Caesar, and they put horseradish in it. And it is like next level. Oh, we're losing our dad. I have this vegan how do you say it? Worcestershire. Okay. What am I missing? Oh yes, Clamato. I was gonna make my own Clamato, but I just bought it because it's so nice out and I was running behind.
Nice. Now, if you could, just let that hang out for a minute.
Oh,
The whiskey is next level. Woo!
Now, Kelly, stop. We're going to do a toast at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Drink your other drink. You have a separate drink for this exact reason. Pacify
I know.
yourself,
Sorry.
woman. Okay.
Nathan, you got to try it with the whiskey.
Nathan is going to take us through the Earls kit, tell us what's in it, and I'm just going to go get a glass from the freezer because I pre-iced my glass.
Ooh. Okay, in the Earls kit, I haven't cracked this yet, so first time. Of course, the Buffalo Trace bourbon.
From Kentucky.
yummy.
From Kentucky. All bourbon's from Kentucky.
Oh.
Otherwise, you can't call it bourbon.
Well, we're going to edit that tidbit out.
Got some cherries, preserved cherries. You've got old-fashioned mix. Oh, these guys do it right. They just give you everything you need. Well done, Earls.
I love
An
it.
orange.
Nice.
Your twist.
Aren't you glad that I ordered this for you?
I am.
Okay.
So,
Are you literally going to make this and I'm just going to hang out?
I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Make it.
I feel like, yeah, okay, do it.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Where are you going to go? We have one room.
I'm right over here. Stop drinking your finished product, Kelly.
Sorry, it's so good.
Put another bean in it.
Okay, so this kit, you can order it online. And do they deliver it?
You can order it online. It's available until Father's Day. It comes with everything you need. And I think it's really important. I say this all the time. Bartenders have been supporting us for years in terms of listening to us, helping us out while we're awkwardly waiting for dates, all that good stuff, making sure we don't drive drunk. It's our time to support the bartenders. What Chart & Hobbs is doing through one of their brands, Fireball, which I know you're super duper familiar with.
Ski season, you can't live without Fireball.
The world's biggest tip jar, which is they're going to match donations to help bartenders and servers through this really difficult time. So we're going to link
that.
them below.
What are you doing there, Nathan?
Just adding a
Show me your
teaspoon
glass.
of mix.
You put the bourbon in first with some ice, yeah? Nice.
I wonder what goes in the mix.
Probably some bitters, yeah? Smell it. What does it smell like?
Smells like sweet and some bitters.
Thanks, Nathan. What would the viewers do without you?
Gotta have that commentary.
Right? I know.
1 preserved cherry.
Oh, in the twist. So that kit, how many could you make with that kit?
It seems to me, based on how much I've used, that there's enough to make the entire bottle of the Buffalo Trace.
I also put together a tray of snacks for Nathan. There's olive, there's little bread knots, spiced pecans, which I Googled, apparently pair really well with old fashions.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Hold on, you drank?
I drank.
What about the toast?
We can toast?
It was in the schedule, you fools.
My
Okay,
drink is
everybody
gone.
have their drink.
I got it.
Okay, Nathan,
To Nathan.
Kelly, I love you. And
Me too.
I see that the bean has been bitten.
Oh, the bean's been eaten.
Cheers,
The new
happy
bean.
Father's Day.
Cheers.
Cheers to all the dads out there. You're doing great. Keep it up. I keep forgetting to turn my timer on.
This is why
Okay.
Nathan doesn't drink old fashions.
I only got halfway through.
Get.
Oh, this is bad.
We're not editing this out.